Hello, good people of the internet. Today, I'll be talking about God while fighting goobers in Minemen's new game mode, Block Fight. I'll probably upload more videos like this in the future, so if you liked the video, please subscribe. Alright, so here we are in game 1, and, yeah. So basically, my first point is... Where did this guy go? But my first point is, the Bible is it makes logical sense. Like, if you think about it, like, there can't really be, you know, a creation without, like, a creator. Same way how there can't be a, you know, a meal without a chef. You gotta have that chef. And it goes the same way with the Bible. And it's a pretty good analogy. And so, that's one of the things that makes the most sense for me in terms of why it would be trustworthy. Well, bro, please. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, it makes logical sense. You can't really have something that was, you know, you can't have creation without a creator, is what I'm saying. So, I think for me, that's one of the biggest pieces of evidence, at least logical evidence, for why it's trustworthy. There's also, you know, everyone makes the argument that everything lines up so perfectly, and while that's true, I understand the argument, or I guess the counter-argument being that it's just a coincidence, because it can seem like that sometimes. But if you take the odds of the Earth existing, which is already so astronomically low, then you take the odds of all the coincidences that somehow line up with the, you know, Bible and all of that, it just creates such an astronomically low chance that it really has to be done on purpose. Especially considering just how perfect everything works most of the time. Now you might be wondering, oh well, it doesn't really work perfect, you know, there's still faults in the world. And yeah, that's true, but it wasn't designed that way. I mean, we know, according to the Bible, that it was a, you know, a fallen world, so... Oh, this guy's like high ping and stuff. Okay, that guy's ping was super annoying, but anyways, moving on to my next point. You know, obviously the Bible is very historically accurate. There's not really one point that doesn't line up with history. And there are a few points that people try to point out, but all of them end up becoming invalid. And it's just simply because it's very historically accurate. And I'm not saying that's makes it necessarily, you know, that's why you should believe it, but it definitely is a main factor. Okay, this guy just left. But yeah, there's a lot of really great examples, and one of my favorite ones, since I really like science and stuff, one of my favorite examples is NASA. I think it was like 2012. They did some research and figured out on the exact day that we believe Jesus was crucified, there was a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse, that matches perfectly with what happened in the Bible. And it lasted for exactly as long as we believe it did, which was about 3 hours, on the exact same day, at the exact... Okay, so, my mom walked in. But anyways, like I was saying, it's one of those things that, I mean, you could technically say it's a coincidence, but when it happens so much, I mean, logically, it just makes sense for it to be much more than that. This guy's just reducing really hard. I can hardly click right now, bro. Get me out of here, bro. Ooh, box. He's running. Trying to get away. Got no blocks. Not in that slot, at least. No, stop. Okay. So however, I'm playing really bad right now. And there's also, you know, a lot of people, let's say they want to experience it further, dude, I cannot speak right now. A lot of people want to experience it for themselves, which I understand. But, you know, the testimonies that we do have that are, you know, real, at least, are very, you know, it's a decent piece of evidence, and, you know, like I said, I understand wanting to experience things for yourself. But, you know, these things, you know, they happen for a reason. Bro, this guy needs to stop running. Okay. Alright, my next point of evidence is the prophecies that are being fulfilled. Now, this is one of the things that a lot of people like to think is a coincidence yet again. But like I said, when it adds up so perfectly, it's really hard to believe that it is. Oh, I'm just getting rolled. Okay. Anyways, one of them, for example, is in the Bible. It talks about how the Euphrates River will dry up nearing the end times. And just recently, I think it's probably been like a good year now. What are you trying to do? Brother. But yeah, so the Euphrates River dried up, just like the, well, not all the way, but a lot, just like the Bible said. And you would not believe it, but it dried up in the shape of the Omega symbol. Which, if you did not know... What's happening, bro? If you did not know, Jesus calls himself the Alpha and the Omega. Coincidence? I think not. I'm just gonna let this guy try and do what he's doing, because I'm really confused. Okay. I won't hit you. Just tell me what you're doing, bro. What? Oh, he's making, like, some weird trap or something. That's... he wants me to... Oh... I see. Yes, I do see. What? I'm so confused. What? Come back, bro. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, and there's stuff like that happening all the time. Ooh, get hit selected. Ooh, in the void you go. But, you can also use math to prove the Bible. And basically what I'm saying is there's a lot of, well, actually there's a lot more than just this. But one of the main ways you can do so is the chances of a single person fulfilling one ancient Messianic Jewish prophecy is so incredibly low that it's, like, actually crazy. Push me, bro. You're only down 14 hits. It's not that bad. But yeah, like I was saying. But yeah, so basically, the chances of someone fulfilling a single prophecy is so low, right? I think it's 1 in 10 to the power of like 17 or something. Yeah, so it's an astronomically low chance. And then you realize that Jesus fulfilled over 300, which is just crazy. And you know, it's historical evidence that he did. So, obviously, that's gonna take some supernatural stuff. Oh, why is this guy getting a combo, bro? It's not supposed to. That's not part of the script. But yeah, so when you think about that, you really start to realize, oh wow, you know, that's some pretty crazy evidence. I mean, not necessarily that proves the Bible, but that at least shows that Jesus has some authority and divinity to him. And this guy's so laggy. No, come back, bro. What? What? Huh? But yeah, there's a lot of evidence. I only went into the very high level of things, but obviously there's a lot more than that. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff to it. I think the part 2 of this like little series is probably gonna be, I don't know what it's gonna be. It might be about like the divinity of Christ or something. And even if, you know, you don't really care too much for, you know, religion, I feel like this might, you might learn something. Or if you really hate it, you know, you might feel like this disproved it more for you, and then it's a win-win for you. So no matter what, this is a series that you'll probably like, and I thank you for sticking around thus far. I'd appreciate people subscribing because you know, I'm trying to grow as a little YouTuber. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I plan to make much more of these.